In this video, we're going to be talking about direct mail and what you can do to customize your piece to make sure you hit all the right customers. So let's click on direct mail category, and then we're actually going to go into a product called Oversize Every Door Direct Mail Mailer. Every Door Direct Mail, EDDM, is actually a program put on by the USPS Postal Service. The idea is that you no longer need mailing lists, so you don't need to know people's addresses. It's by location, and the rates are drastically reduced. So you're looking at a much smaller cost for you. Anytime you're going to mail something, your biggest cost is always going to be postage. It's not going to be the print, it's not going to be the folding or anything like that. Your biggest cost is always the postage. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this product and kind of walk you through what to expect, the time of delivery from the date of approval. So you place an order and your AR approves it, let's say in 3 days. Well, if your AR approves it in 3 days, that's the time of the start of production. And so what you're going to see is that within 3 weeks, or a minimum of 3 weeks, is when we will guarantee that your product is actually in the homes. Now, this particular mailer has been updated, so we want you to see that you actually have multiple versions to choose from. You have the Italian version, meatball, hook and ladder, brisket. You can see your options here. I'm going to click on the Now Open option. And I'm just going to type in some stuff. All right, now I'm going to choose my restaurants. Let's say here. I'm just going to pick a few. Alrighty. So now I'm going to hit update. And it's going to take a while to update because each of those drop downs is updating a number of variables, such as your address, your store name, and your zip code, different things like that. Now, one key thing to talk about is how this is going to mail. We'll go on and look at other variables before, but we need to know up front, are you going to mail these as a franchisee? Are you going to mail them later? Are we mailing them later? Or are they not even being mailed at all? And so we're going to talk about a few of those things. So you can see my contents here, my addresses are here. Let's customize the menu pricing. I'm only going to customize one, but you have two options here. So you have the ability to show the pricing or hide the pricing. If you hide the pricing, obviously none of this needs to be filled out, but let's go ahead and show this. I'm going to call it $6.49, and forgive me if these prices are completely wrong. I'm only going to fill out a few of them. I'm sure they are wrong. Let's go ahead and click on over to the next page so we can see. Once you fill out your restaurants and your first 2 lines of content, actually everything else is going to be on the second page. So it's important to proof this in the PDF preview, but in the menu pricing, you'll see here that, okay, these are all filled out. That's great. So you're going to see these 2 pricings appear on the actual piece. The additional thing that is on the back, which is very important to fill out, are the coupon options. Now, these coupon options are great. They're standard coupon options that were always available. Here you can see that your $6.49 Firehouse meatball and your beef and cheddar brisket has been added. So everything else is blank, which is exactly how I left it. What we'll want to do now is to customize our coupons. So we're going to put in our coupon offer, we're going to put in our disclaimer if we have one, and then what's important to note that if I change this to, let's see, $2 off any sub combo, I need to make sure I change that here. So I'm going to go down and select this. And what that's going to do is when I hit update, it's actually going to include that code in there, which is really important, and you want to make sure that you have that in there. So that's going to load up, and you'll need to be a little bit patient on this because of all the variables that you have here. Keep in mind you have 2 variables for every price. You have a whole bunch of restaurants being loaded up every time. We are working on reducing this, but moving forward, this is where we're at currently. If you want to find a PDF preview, which I strongly encourage you to do, because this is what's actually going to print. So this is a full-blown print-ready PDF, and so I'm actually loading that now. It's going to take a little bit to load, but what I wanted to talk to you about is in the order page, your order screen, you're going to have the ability to order quantities. It's also going to give you instructions on how to pick your routes, which is extremely important in every door direct mail. So your routes are actually going to be chosen by you, and if you've never done this before, we'll definitely work with you. So you're going to want to order the quantity, and then we'll call you right back and ask you, okay, have you picked your routes? Do you know what route you're looking at? Are you sure you want to mail it? We'll clarify everything with you to make sure you're doing it correctly. We're not going to let you fail in this process. So it looks like it's about to load. So here is the PDF. Now, one thing to note is that this postage right here, this is what we call an indicia. Now, it's important to understand that when you choose whether we're going to mail it or whether you're going to mail it, that can't be changed moving forward. So once we produce the piece, your indicia is on there. And if it's our indicia, that means we're having to mail it because we have our specific permit number. We use permit number 147, that is our USPS permit number. If you choose to mail it yourself, you actually get a different indicia called a retail indicia that's standard across USPS, which means you can mail it out from any location, which is great for you because you can control it. But keep in mind that if you do go that route, you'll have a little extra paperwork. So here you can see you have your $2 off any sub combo, you have your legal here. There is no disclaimer in the coupon that I chose, and you also have your pricing. So all of that is exactly what it was. You can zoom in, you can save this and send it to whoever it is that you need to for approval, but the approval process will actually happen all within the Station Tools environment. So now that I've picked all of this, I've picked all my variables, picked all my coupons, here's your mailing option and where it comes into play. You have the options of I'd like to mail these, and that means we here at CP Solutions would mail them for you. Then you have the option to I want to mail these myself. Now with each option you can see there are kind of a note for each of them kind of explaining what this means for you. So if you want to mail these yourself, you will incur shipping costs. So think about it this way. If we mail them, we're not shipping it from a location to a location. We're not shipping it to your facility so you can mail them. And oftentimes, believe it or not, it actually makes sense for us to mail them because you aren't incurring those shipping costs. You're going to incur the postage costs regardless of whether you mail them or not. And you're also going to incur a little extra work. You're going to incur a lot of paperwork, and you're going to have to make sure that everything is bundled correctly and noted correctly so that they actually get taken out by the route. So mailing them yourself, while a viable option, probably doesn't make sense for most of you. And the reason I say that is because we're going to do the exact same thing.